It's the young that make it happen with anything. You look through anything in the world, man, the young make it happen. It's about the babies. They don't say whoever got the most knowledge is the greatest. Say the babies is the greatest. Because when they come out the womb, they come out the womb with great ideas. All we got to do is let them be. You see what I'm saying? Let them exist. You know, and give them, the proper nourishment. Proper nourishment.
The guidance.
Knowledge. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Does it have anything to do with their question? You see what I'm saying? Wrong food. You see what I'm saying? You give them the right food, they gonna build. Regardless of who you what. You know what I mean? Whether you like it or not. You see what I'm saying? The babies is the greatest, man. You know what I mean? And that's who we gotta give it to. You see what I'm saying? One of the things that bothered me the most, man, is getting old, son. Everything real. You feel me, son? Yeah, I wish I could stay young forever, man. That's
you stay young right there. You gonna stay young forever with the baby.
Yeah,
well, that's when that selling fish comes in. Because we want to actually just be in it.
Yeah. You gotta know when to step to the side.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Let the babies do their thing. Right. You know what I mean?
Well, some gods can't. A lot of gods can't do that. Some gods don't want to do that.
Well, see,
you can't stop, man.
Well, see, one of the things that's real, you know what I mean, is the function of this nation. And the function of this nation, if we really function properly, then we supposed to be much more younger than we are old. You see, that's the key to this piece here. You see what I'm saying? We supposed to always get young. Did you get your stuff yet? Huh?
He didn't want anything. He didn't want it now.
Oh, you didn't want it? Oh, okay. Yeah, but we always supposed to be more younger than older. You see what I'm saying? It's about the young, man. You see what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of old motherfuckers, then you die.
That's right.
You ain't
right. And you get desperate.
Yeah.
And then you'll end up, casting jewels among swine. You'll be doing anything.
Babies with you.
Bring some babies out.
Yeah. That's what God always said. Bring some babies with you.
Yeah. That shows that you build it. You know what I mean? If you ain't got no babies around you, you ain't building. Well, you might be building, but you ain't building nothing that's going to be everlasting. The younger it is who you building with, the more potential you got in the future. That's the real. That's why the age that started this nation, 13 to 21. The youngest was 13, the oldest was 21. Son.
Yeah, that's what I got. I got knowledge of self, that knowledge equality.
13 to 21. You know what I mean? That's what put all this into effect. You know what I mean? So that's the science. You know what I mean? Everything is about the baby. You know what I mean? That's what it's about right there. See that right there? Mm-hmm. That's what it's about. That's what it's about right there. You feel me? You know what I mean? As soon as they come out the womb, blow on it. If it's in you, then it's going to get in there. This is about the truth, man. As much as I miss New York, there's still things that I got to do here. See what I'm saying? You'll never leave without finishing the job. You know what I mean? You got to finish. You know what I mean? And I haven't done what I came out here to do. It ain't done yet. You know what I'm saying? So, I got to get it done. You know what I mean? Just like today is today, we using this day. We know it was the 22nd, but we using this day to show, respect and love for the Father. And the respect and love for the Father is so great in me, man, because before I get the knowledge, man, babbling idiots. Feel me, son? You know, could play a little basketball. You know what I mean? Fight a little bit. But everything that I am comes from this knowledge. That's why I took the name Saviour Knowledge. Because if the knowledge don't save me, how long ago would have been dead. I know it. Feel me? Knowledge can save you. Not only can it save you, it can exalt you to levels that you could never imagine if you be true to it. You know what I mean? You know, I'm an attestment to that. You feel me? You know what I mean? The things I know is because the gods taught me that when you see something that's important, you cap it. I don't care, not just 120, but anything that you see that's important that can help somebody else, you cap it so you can always have it with you and you can blow it. Feel me, son? That's what the knowledge taught me, that I could cap anything. You know what I mean? If I could cap 120, I can cap anything. That's right. It's just a process and time. That's it. I already knew the process after I got 120. So the only thing that stopped me from capping anything is time.
True high power.
Yeah, and you know, you gotta be like Yakub too, determined.
With that predetermined idea. I love being the God was built on that. Determined, predetermined.
Because the devil continues daily.
Oh yeah, he's capping every day.
He's working every day. He got think tanks 50, 75, 100 years, and they planted.
Like, see, we're supposed to write our history in advance too. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
We write our history
in advance.
We tell us that.
That's why I say our history in advance at all times.
And then live it, what's been happening. Folks ain't been living it like it's been written. That's where the bullshit come in. Motherfuckers ain't been living it like it's been written. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers been faking with it.
Oh, you know
what I mean? Now, I know the God ain't never heard this. When we come up, it was nation of God and earth. Not gods and earth. It ain't but one God.
Have you heard that, God?
Nation of God and earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knew that. He knew that. Yeah. He told me that.
Yeah, listen. I see all this all around. Gods and earth. Now, how can it be gods and earth? If it's gods and earth, then we polytheists. It ain't many gods, it ain't but one God. It ain't but one. How many earths are there? It ain't but one earth that we own. You see what I'm saying? And that little twist caused a whole lot of confusion. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man. You know, I understand that I got it right. And the only reason why I got it right, because I was in the right place. Where I couldn't get it wrong. Because if I got it wrong, there was an ass woman involved, son.
Yes, God. God knows. God knows.
You see what I'm saying? There was a time when if you didn't go 120 degrees, you couldn't win no flag. You had to know 120 to wear a flag. Wearing the flag is only proof you knew 120. And if somebody rolled up on you and say, seen you with that flag, say, you know 120? Yeah, and he asked you a couple of lessons you couldn't quote it. It's coming off you, son. Coming up off you. Immediately.
I know that. Back in the day. That's how we was taught. That's how we was taught.
Not later.
And you had to be able to show and prove that flag.
It wasn't until much later, man. Brothers started getting, they said, oh, you can have it when you go through the 1 to 14.
What born
degree in the 1 to 14.
Not even the whole
right. If you could manifest, you know, while you wear the sword and all this, then you could actually get a pen. No,
you have to come to the rally. You come to the rally and you quote your 120. Right. Take your name and then they put it in the write down the name to the next rally when you come back. And they have a pen for it.
Yeah.
So that's how the boxes of pens piled up. So the God can make it back. Yep. That's how I got my name. The boss said, reach in the box and grab out a pen. I reach in the box and pull out ball out. When you pull out, that's the one you keep.
Yeah, I remember God morning and followed me back to him.
Yeah, man. That's why I was telling folks that you fail to realize that if we don't keep it real, pure means pure. That means not mixed, diluted, or tampered. When you start to mix, dilute, and tamper with anything, you cause confusion and you make devil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to keep it clear. You know what I mean? You got to keep it real. There are many things that I may do that's outside this knowledge. But when I deal with this knowledge, you know what I'm saying? It's in me, man. I can't separate myself from it. If I hear somebody say something, I remember I was, where was I? I was somewhere. I think I was on 125th Street, and the dude said something about the Father. I said, you right? He said, no. I said, yo, man, talking about my Father, man. If you don't really know him, if it's something you heard. I said, man, don't let me tell you again. I said, if I hear you saying something about my Father again, anywhere, so I'll lay you down, son. You know what I mean? We don't play that about that. He ain't here to defend himself, but there's still people here that will defend him. So watch what you say about my Father. You know what I mean? And see, that's the type of love that you gotta have for your Father, because not only did he come with the information, but when he left, and he knew he was leaving at that particular period of time, because he let certain folks know that, after this year, y'all gonna have to be on your own. He knew he was leaving. He went by himself. He ain't take nobody with him. When there would have been a lot of brothers that would have been willing to go.
Yeah, the God.
You know what I'm saying? And see, that's the power and strength that we got to flow in. Just like I tell brothers, if you like the Father, then look for 7. Look for 8 bullets to come your way, son. If you really teaching. If ain't no bullets coming in your way, you ain't really teaching. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's why we know these leaders ain't about nothing, because ain't no bullets coming their way. If you really doing something that's about something, then some bullets come your way, because they trying to shut you down.
Like they shut all the other brothers.
Yeah, if you're scared to die, this ain't the game. No, I'll say it like this. If you're scared to live, this is not the game for you. You need to find another game. You see what I'm saying?
Only people of importance have enemies.
That's right. That's right. A lot of
You
them.
don't have no importance, you don't have no enemies.
That's right.
That's right.
You know.
And if you ain't doing nothing, you ain't making no mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And knowledge allows you to not make mistakes, however, because you correct them as you're correcting yourself in your motion. Zigzag and zig. You're going back to zig while you zagging. So you have your eye is on that zig, on that foundation. That's why knowledge and understanding is the same. However, it's passed through the womb of wisdom. That wisdom is your zag. That wisdom is what you had to do to get back to the understanding. Right. Which is the best part, So I bear witness to that 100%. They're going to come at you through the wisdom, not necessarily the woman, but through the wisdom, through the flesh, through the word. I mean, I'm not exclusive. I'm not just saying.
Not exclusive.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's inclusive.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It happened to me.
Just like it can be a desire.
Yeah.
It can be an appetite that you have that causes you to go other than yourself. That's also a bullet. You see what I'm saying? There's many bullets, there's many ammunition that they use against you as you build.
Oh yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? Because we walking, the only place that's paradise is your rest. That's your heaven. That's your sanctuary.
And as you step out into the atmosphere, you have war every time.
Every time.
Especially if you build it.
Because rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes is affected by everybody outside your signs. But within it, you control the atmosphere. You control the temperament. You control everything. So it behooves you, it's your best interest to make sure that when you step out your house or you open that door, you don't invite a vampire in your home. You know what I mean? Or you don't step out without the proper armor that you need to protect yourself as well as save someone else through your ways and actions. Because you can't save nobody. They have to save themselves. And then as I build the best respect that anybody can have for you is to take a little bit of you and apply it to them. They can't be you, but they can take a characteristic, they can take a trait or something that you did in your travel, you know what I mean, that they saw was successful, and then take it and apply it to themselves. And then therefore they won't fall victim to that shit, you know, and be able to be supreme just as they Aelite was. Because again, if you don't see your brother when you see yourself, you were reborn in devil again also. Because you was once that man. You was once ignorant. And if you don't see yourself in that brother, then you don't really see, you ain't God yourself. Because how can you love yourself if you don't love your brother? I remember I was ignorant. This is the only man I know that was born that did not have, that had knowledge from the gate, from the minute he was conceived. You know what I mean? I didn't have that blessing. You know?
It's holy, yeah. Haven't been mixed, tampered, or diluted.
That's right.